Good morning from Wirral. It's a cooler but sunny day today. Usual Thursday morning walk for the bus to get the car back after a couple of beers last night. Always freshens you up, this nice walk. Get the steps in as well. So, had a busy week this week. Busy in a couple of ways. So we've been viewing lots of properties, looking for the next potential deal, next potential project, as we just refinanced as of the last one, which should complete today, the refinance. Everything's in place. I forwarded off the last document last night, and that was the only thing holding it up, so we should be able to press the button on that refinance today, which means then we're ready to go again on our hunt or start for a new project. So I'm not sure what we're going to do this time. I'm looking at various projects. Buy-to-lets is obviously what I normally do. It's what I like doing. By the way, buy-to-let's not dead. Just need to get your numbers right. And people keep saying, oh, buy-to-let's dead. It's dead. Well, everyone wants to sell up. They only want to sell up because they're not professionalised their business. They're not sure what they're doing. They don't know the numbers. They don't know the different ways you can improve properties and improve value. Educate yourself. So we're looking around for the next one. I viewed one last week which has potential to build another bungalow in the back of it, or another house into the back. Access is a little bit narrow though, but I think it's sufficient, so I'm going to be looking further at that today. It's up on modern method of auction, which is not the best way of buying something, to be honest with you, because instantly you've got to pay. Basically, you pay the vendor's fees at a minimum of £6,000 on top of the purchase price, on top of stamp duty. So I don't like buying modern method of auction. If I can avoid it, I will do. I've also viewed a property that's tenant in situ, which means the tenant stays, you buy the property, the tenant remains there. I've done that before. As long as the tenant's good, it's okay. I haven't had a problem with it so far, but I've heard some horror stories about buying tenants in situ properties. Yeah, so it's something you need to research on the property really carefully, find out how long the tenant's been there, look for any missed payments, problems, complaints, problems with the property as well, because the tenant might have legitimate concerns. They might have heard them with the vendor, and the vendor might not have told you. Now, the one I've looked at there, it's actually been sold it's an estate agent's property. It's his property he's selling. So I've worked with the company a little bit before, so I'm asking all the awkward questions, and the answers are coming back positive. One thing it needs is all new windows, but wooden frame, double glazing, needs replacing. Very poor state that. Apart from that though, the property's nice. It's 4 bedrooms, terrace, rent's a little below market value, but market rate, but you can get away with it. It's not too bad that, as long as I get it for the right price, work the numbers out. So I'm just waiting on a price for the windows. Once I get a price for that, I'll know whether I can make an offer on it or not, whether it works for me. And then I'm viewing one in Hillsmere Port today at 10:30, which I've forgotten about. I just remembered as I'm walking in, so I'm going to have to get in the car and go straight to Ellesmere Port. Oh shit. Memory just pops up as a reminder on the screen for the calendar. So I'm going off to Ellesmere Port, have a look at one later this morning. I think it's 10:30. I'll just check the time in a minute. So it's about 9 o'clock now, so plenty of time to get the car, get back home, have some breakfast, etc. So across the road here. So Plus reviewed a lot of other properties, put offers in on one. Reviewed one. That's all. Reviewed one last Saturday, which has Japanese knotweed at the back of it. Which has Japanese knotweed at the back of it. Now, there's a bit of ambiguity over who owns the land at the back, whether the vendor owns it or whether it's not owned. And the vendor says, yeah, the garden goes back a lot further than it's fenced off. Well, this is where your research comes in. So what I've done is I paid for the title plan to have a look at it of the land registry, and it doesn't look like the neighbour, the vendor does own the land. So in some ways that makes it more difficult, because you can't treat it yourself. If they owned it, you could put treatment in place. If they don't own it, you can't. Doesn't mean you can't lend on it, because there's always bridging finance. And I've already checked. It's really noisy now. I've already checked with the broker, and he went, yeah, lending's okay on it. Take an indemnity insurance out. You can be good to go as long as you get the indemnity insurance before you place on the sale. So it's a potential. We've put an offer in that reflects this. They've rejected it, which I thought they might, because I know it's below what they pay for it. But that's not. It sounds really, really harsh. That's not my problem. My problem is, if I buy it, there's Japanese knotweed at the back of it, reduces my lending on it, my lending potential. So I have to try and get it for a price that reflects that. Bit of buyer beware, isn't it? It's the most caveat emptor. The property's immaculate inside. If Japanese knotweed wasn't there, I would pay full price for it, because I think it's a really good property. But because the Japanese knotweed in there, I've offered around about 15 grand below the asking price. I've said there's no. It's not subject to any conditions. I just do an unconditional offer, which they come back to, they're not willing to accept this stage. Fair enough, yeah. Up to them. We'll see what happens with it in the time being. In the time being, there's plenty more deals around the corner, so you don't need to rush into anything. Don't be feeling like you're forced. You've got to buy something because you haven't seen one, you haven't found the right one. There's plenty of deals out there. Do your numbers and let the numbers guide you, because the numbers are key in any deal. If you get the numbers wrong, it can be an expensive mistake. And that's what a lot of people do. They buy with their heart. You don't buy with your heart, you buy with the numbers. It's a business. You've got to treat it as a business. I see too many investors. I really love this property. I want to buy it. What do you love about it? I love the way it's laid out. Okay, but the numbers don't work. Yeah, but I love the property. Well, yeah, but the numbers don't work, and that's key. And you have to keep reinforcing that on yourself and your mindset. Do your numbers, check them again, and if they stack, put your offer in, but don't go over what your numbers say the offer should be. Simple as. Anyway, hopefully the bus will be here in a minute. So that's all from me for this morning. Have a great weekend. Keep moving forward in your journeys. See you next time.